Welcome back. This is a very short video outlining what I expect out of you from the class. So it's basically what you need to do every day in order to be successful in this class. I might have mentioned some things in the introductory lecture, so those things apply as well. But I thought it would be nice to have a separate video to outline what you need to do. So the first thing is that this is a 3 credit course, and theoretically you have to spend at least 3 hours of um, time outside the class time for each credit that you take. So this is a 3 credit course, that would be just 9 hours of work outside the class in order to be successful. Now it can be anywhere from 8 to 10, and some students might find spending a little bit more time, but at least you should spend 8 hours in order to be successful in this class. So that is 8 hours per week. Okay, so what would you do in these times? So you would, okay, so first you would be coming to class twice a week, or you will be watching a video. So that doesn't count into this 8 to 10 hours. Also, going to the discussion class does not count. So what would count is probably watching the lecture part 2 video that should go into there. And watching that on time, and you know that lecture part 2 video is available for a very short while, so you need to actually uh, uh, dedicate some time of your schedule just to watch the lecture part 2 video, and that would count to your weekly time in this course. And then doing WebAssign homework. Now, my intended time for a WebAssign homework assignment is anywhere between 45 minutes to 1.5 hours per assignment. So you should be spending that time in order to be successful and get marks in WebAssign homework. And for quizzes, that is due weekly. That would take anywhere between 30 minutes and 1 hour. It's just 6 questions, but depending on how difficult the questions are, it might take a little while. And also doing written homework. Now, as you can see, for each lecture there is only 5 homework questions, so it should take anywhere from 30 minutes to 45 minutes. And watching the lecture part 2 video will shorten this length of what you spend in here, because lecture part 2 videos are intended to help you with the written homework. So you can spend anywhere between so let me just write down those things. This might take anywhere between 20 to 50 minutes. There is actually 1 or 2 videos that is quite long, because I explained a lot of concepts and I went really slow. So just 1 or 2 videos, but most of them is about 30 minutes. And then WebAssign homework would be let's say 1 to 1.5 hours. So twice of those. And WebAssign quiz would be like 30 minutes to 1 hour. And then written homework again should take you from 30 minutes to 1 hour. Now all these requirements are time restrained because there are deadlines, so you have to make sure you do things by the deadline. So if you miss anything, it's gone. There is no way to make up anything from here. So if you miss anything, just make sure that you won't miss it again. There are some uh, some points built in so that even if you miss an assignment occasionally, it shouldn't matter a lot, but make sure you don't miss any of the assignments. Okay, so that should and then when the exam week comes, you might have to put a little more work to practicing, and I will provide all the materials that you need to practice for the exam. So this is for the general learning process that you need. All right. So, so let's just to give you some points. I'll answer the question that you see, and we'll go to the next page. Okay, and then so you might be wondering how would you spend your day? Well, you should spend your day as the way you like it, but what would maximize your output when you do this class? So again, you have your own schedules, you know how to plan your day, but if you don't have a plan, I would just, this is just my suggestion for you to have a nice plan, and it goes like this. So let's say you are on a lecture day that is either Monday or Wednesday, so you can just you need to come to the lecture. Now for the hybrid class, that is the people who are watching the video at home, you need to watch the lecture. So either you come to the lecture or you watch the lecture. That would be the first thing you need to do. And this is just doesn't count as your time spent outside the class. And then you need to watch, once you finish the lecture immediately, you need to watch the lecture part 2. So you will have what you learned in lecture part 1 fresh in your memory, so that you can easily understand all the concepts I tell you in lecture part 2. And you should also notice that lecture part 2 contains a little harder questions that is more similar to written homework questions and discussion quiz questions, and most probably homework exam questions. So you need to watch lecture part 2 and get the points. And then open WebAssign. Now you don't have to do WebAssign. Well, if you have time, if you open the WebAssign and you see the questions are easy, you can actually do the WebAssign. Open WebAssign and try some questions. So that should be a nice plan for a lecture day, which is a Monday or a Wednesday. Now Tuesdays, that is no lectures, no discussion class. You just have to try to finish the WebAssign homework. And then try to finish the written homework. Now you can do the written homework, start the written homework immediately after doing the lecture part 2, because that is where the material comes from. Now I would also recommend if you can just do WebAssign, which is the easier assignments, and then you can go back to the written homework. So you can finish the written homework on Tuesday of Monday's lecture. Okay, now on Thursday, that is the discussion class is on Thursday. Now, so you can see that on Wednesday you would watch the lecture part 2 for the corresponding lecture. You would do WebAssign and try some questions. So you would on Thursday you can try to finish any WebAssign assignments and also written homework assignments. And at that time you can actually underline the things you don't understand from the written homework section, or you might questions you might ask your TA, so you can just make a point on those questions and then make a point to ask your TA about it. And then you can just go to the discussion class. And then you can do the quiz. You can listen to what your discussion leader says, do some problems, be active, ask questions, and then do the quiz. So that's the general idea. Now, how about Fridays? Now, Friday is the day when the WebAssign quiz opens. It opens at, I think, 8 in the morning. So you can just if you have time, whenever you get time, you can download the quiz, do it, and submit it and get it out of your way. So that would be a very good idea. That is the intention for opening it on Friday. Now, it will stay open till Sunday night. So some of you might plan, okay, I'm not going to do it on Friday. I'm going to rest on Friday. I'm going to rest on Saturday, and I'm going to open the WebAssign quiz on Sunday and do it. That's okay. But again, WebAssign is an online program, and as any software, it has its own difficulties. So if for some reason you see WebAssign down on Sunday, where you go to log in and do the homework, the quiz, you might have to pay the price of dropping that quiz. So you need to, okay, so if you won't mind taking the risk, you can have that plan. But if you finish the WebAssign quiz by Friday, that is, you're doing all your math in the working week, which means you can chill on the weekend. And that sounds like a nice plan for me. Again, feel free to use your own plan, on study plan, on schedule, but this is what I intend students to do. Okay, so let me ask one more question and let's move on to the next page. Now, when in an exam week, that is, so the first exam is on September 23rd. Okay, so when in an exam week, these things might be different because now we are going to do an exam. Now you might want to dedicate some time from your weekend or a little more time in your daily schedule for the class. So you will see a comprehensive exam review 1 week before the classes begin. So start practicing or start working for the exam 1 week ahead. Okay, and you can use the comprehensive exam review, which consists of a summary, which consists of a review questions and also some practice exams. So use the comprehensive exam review. It will contain all the worked out solutions as well, but you have to do it as opposed to reviewing it, like looking at the answers. You have to do it, time yourself, do it, and see how you perform and see how your performance improves when you keep on practicing, and then you should be ready for the exam. And also I will post an extra credit, 5-point extra credit exam review on WebAssign. You need to do that as well. It's a 5-point, it's extra credit, it's added to your final score. So do the WebAssign extra credit exam review. So it is actually like the actual exam. The structure is very similar. Only thing is it's online as opposed to on paper. So there might be a little difference in entering the answers, but it's essentially the same. And then attend the exam reviews in class. Reviews in class. or some for the hybrid class you need to watch the video. And at this point I should mention the Teaching Center offers amazing exam reviews. You should be if you have time, go to teachingcenter.ufl.edu and then see how the exam review schedule is, and if you have time you can go to those exam reviews. So reviews in Teaching Center. Now this all so when doing the exam review I provide, it will give you a chance to evaluate how you do things. So that would tell you whether you need to get more help, whether you need to meet me, whether you need to meet your discussion leader. So keep evaluating yourself until the exam. And if you need to get help, you can come to your discussion leader. He or she is your first source of information and help. Discussion leader. And then also you can go to the Teaching Center. And also you can go to little 215 for walk-in math help. These are all free services. Now this and also you can request tutors from Teaching Center, and they provide amazing one-on-one tutoring for you. Request tutors from Teaching Center, and that's also free. So use all these free helps before going on to paying tutors and paying other groups for tutoring. You can try those free help and see whether they work for you, and then you just practice and practice. Now I will provide a lot of practice work, mostly optional but very important things for you can do, like I will give you 3 practice exams and you can time yourself, see how you do, see how you improve. So keep on practicing until you achieve perfection. So practice. I will provide you with practice data. Okay, so let's answer one more question and then let's go to the last page. Okay, so and the last thing is, in order to make things easy for you and for me and have this class very inclusive and a pleasant and an enjoyable experience to you, please try to do these things. So first of all, try to get into the system. By system I mean WebAssign and Edpuzzle. You need to register it as soon as possible. Now the fact that you're watching this video means you're in Edpuzzle, so good for you. You will be getting points for this, and then make sure you are in WebAssign, and then when the time comes, when the 14-day grace period ends, you just have to pay for WebAssign, and that would be a $94 well spent, because it's an amazing educational tool. Edpuzzle is always free. So get into the system as early as possible. Those system is WebAssign and Edpuzzle. Okay, and then you need to send emails to correct people. For example, I have given the responsibility of handling all the WebAssign issues to my TAs. So any question regarding WebAssign, no matter how it is, you have to ask your TA, because if you ask me, you will get the reply late. Most probably I will forward your email to the TA and ask him or her to help you. So that would just take time. So just ask the correct person the correct question. So WebAssign, any question, just send your TA. Okay, and discussion quizzes, I won't even answer your emails regarding discussion quiz makeup work or anything, because I'm not the person who is in charge of discussion quizzes. So there's a structure of how responsibilities are divided. So discussion quizzes, all the responsibilities is the TA, he or she is in charge. So discussion quiz questions, anything you have to ask TA. Now exams, that's me. Okay, and if you're unsure about anything, first make sure you email your TA about it, and then he or she will guide you how to do the process. And any technical WebAssign problems, that's just email WebAssign, or you can call them. The number is listed in Canvas. So make sure, so whenever you just have a question, don't just email me, because there are almost 500 students in this class. So if every one of you try to email me, you might get slow responses. So just keep the system optimally running. Okay, and don't miss any of these assignments. If you miss an assignment, please don't call us, please don't email us, because we are not going to make it up. It's your responsibility to be updated, to be doing those homework. So never miss any assignments, and if you miss assignment, please don't hold us accountable. Just tell yourself that you're not going to do that again, and make sure you will not miss any of the future assignments. So if you miss any chance, it's one by chance, just don't bother us. um, Okay, and just keep informed. Uh, if there's anything important, I will announce it in class, and so both of you, the people who come into the class and people who watch the videos, should get that information. But again, because I'm going to make watching my videos optional, I'm also, if there's something important that you should know, I will email to you, and I will not email you any unnecessary information. So always read my emails. Okay. And whenever I've sent an email to you about something, be very responsive, because um, at least try to reply within a day. So you have to check your emails every day. Now, for me, I will check emails in the morning around 8 or 9. That's once I come to my office, and then around 12, and then around just before leaving office, that's at 4. So I will be checking emails and responding to you. And so you should also, when I email you regarding something, you have to act immediately. So be responsive to my emails. That is something I would like you to do. Um, Now, I will literally tell you, please reply me back, and sometimes I will ask you to please reply me back in immediately. So when it comes to that point, please do that, because that's how we manage time. Um, uh, so please be responsive, and be concerned about your grade. If you see your grade falling, if you see your grades entered incorrectly, so just be concerned about your points. Get help. So if you see your grade is not being correctly entered, just ask your discussion leader. If it's an exam, ask me. You can just get help. And if you see your grades falling, you can go to teaching center. You can come to us. You can go to the DSO, which is the Deans of Students Office, and get a counseling. All those things. Just please be proactive. get help, and try to improve. So that's it. And I have one more question for you. Easy questions. Just answer the question, and thank you